Zivi and Yasi and the story of the Queen Bee. So everyone can hear you. Who wants to hear you? Shall I read it after you so everyone can hear it?
Louder, louder.
The opening scene. The youngest king's son is alone in the castle. He is sad and lonely because his older brothers have gone off to seek their fortune. Usually I read first, she reads second. Today she'll read first. I'll read second.
The older brothers had fallen into a wild and reckless life and gave up all thoughts of going home again. The third and youngest brother set off to look for them.
Okay, the older brothers had gone off to seek their fortune. The older brothers had fallen into a wild and reckless way of living and had given up all thoughts of going home again. The third and youngest brother set off to look for him. This is our castle which Yossi has drawn. A lot of his participation has been artistic. And now we're going to look for the older brothers.
Oh, everybody.
Yossi's castle.
So you're in castle. Beautiful.
And the youngest king's son is sitting alone in the castle, while the older brothers have fallen into a wild and reckless. We're going to go look for them. No? Okay. Then this is our new little Whitling. Sibby, would you like to be? We can change parts. It's just fine. Okay. All right. You're going to be the drummer then. Okay? You get the drum. All right. Little Yossi, little Whitling, is going to look for his brothers. And he's looking for them because they've fallen into a wild and reckless way of life, and he's alone in the castle, and he's very, 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 very lonely. Ah, and here's one of the brothers now. What is it?
Yeah, how are you doing? I'm wild and reckless.
Zibby, here's scene 2. Okay, please read this one.
Fight. Scene 2. Whitman finds his brothers.
Yeah. Hey, brother, how you doing, little brother? Yeah.
They laugh at him.
They laugh at him and poke fun at his simplicity.
This is my line, everybody. Now you to practice. But I was wild and reckless. We haven't done so well, and neither were you. Oh, a little guy like you. And neither were a little guy like you, because you're little and small.
Okay. Okay, here's Sibby, scene 3.
Hey, but Sibby, loudly so I can hear.
Yeah, we have to be louder than the drumming.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All right, Sibby, Yossi, when she's speaking, you stop. Then you do it to start again.
Good job.
The three brothers went off.
The 3 brothers traveled on together until
They came to an anthill.
here we go.
Oh, the anthill, man.
Here's the anthill.
There's the anthill. There's the anthill.
Okay, you want to go back to the brothers and kick up the ants? Yes?
Kick ants, because they're little ants, and they need to be kicked.
Let's kick up all those ants.
Yeah,
Let's
we're
kick
gonna-
up all those ants.
The ants are kicking. Where's a magnifying glass? Yeah, burn them.
Okay, here's little Whitling, and you can use him to say your lines.
Yeah. Come on, put me in my place.
He
your only chance. Oh, leave the preachers alone.
Can you say it one more time louder so that Pearl can hear you?
Hear you.
Leave the creatures alone. I will not suffer them to be disturbed. Good advice. Okay, scene 4, Civic. Brothers?
We're gonna go looking for some ducks. I need my M16. Yeah. I'm gonna shoot them and kill them all and eat them because they're kosher.
The brothers travel on till they find a duck pond.
Where's the ducks? And I'm gonna pick them and I'm gonna eat them and I'm gonna pluck them and stick them in boiling water.
Whitling, come on, big little Whitling.
I'm burning out things to think of the dudes and poor ducks.
Cindy, you should
Sick them, like submarine with them.
Kiki, kill those ducks and eat them. Let's kill those ducks and eat
Yeah,
them.
let's kill them. Where's the rock? Give me a BB gun. What else can I do to them ducks? Let's set them on fire. I want to smack them ducks around. I'm just going to take them ducks and feed them to cats. Is that enough? Oh, wow. Oh.
Leave the creatures alone.
There
I
we go.
will not suffer them to be
Do another
disturbed.
dirty.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to scene 5. Drums, words, action. Always wanted to do that.
Okay, stop this.
Then they came 3 weeks. Okay, scene 5. The bees. Then they came bees. There was so much honey. And the trunk of the tree. The 2 eldest brothers wanted to make a fire beneath the tree. The smoke rise up and stifle the bees so they can take their honey.
For those who didn't hear it, then they came to the tree with the bees. And the older brothers wanted to light a fire to create so much smoke that the bees would have to fly away. And again, the artwork is a combination of the children with some help. And here come the brothers. Let's make a fire.
And we'll burn it.
And we're going to burn down that tree and get all the honey for ourselves.
Honey, fire.
Let's get all that honey for ourselves. We're
I'm
gonna
going to
take
eat the
home.
honey, I'm going to burn the bees, and I'm going to eat honey. It's going to be perfect. Oh, man.
Leave the creatures alone. I will not suffer them to be stifled. Okay, so then the 3 brothers traveled on. And Yasi, you can play the drums while we do this part. The 3 brothers traveled on until they came to a palace.
That palace.
And when they came to the palace, everything was made out of stone. There was a stable of horses, but they were all made out of stone.
No, but they were turned to stone.
Yes, they had been turned to stone. And they went to the end of a long hall where there was a door with how many locks, Sibby? 3 locks. And they peeked through what, Sibby? They peeked through the lock and they could see inside an old man. And the old man didn't say anything, but
He
he
called to them. No, they called to him 3 times. He only answered the 3rd time.
Oh, okay. On the 3rd time, the old man came to answer the brothers' call. He came out and he led them to a table of food. They had a great feast with food and drink, and then they led him to.
No, he led them.
He led them to their sleeping chamber.
His sleeping chamber.
Yeah, to his sleeping chamber. Okay. The next day, they brought out the eldest brother, and there were three challenges, 3 trials that they had to take care of.
Find all the pearls.
Now, what was going to happen, Sibby, if they didn't find all of them? There were 1,000 pearls that were lost.
They would be turned to stone.
There were 1,000 pearls hiding, and if they didn't find them all, they would be turned to stone. So the first and oldest brother, he went looking, and he finally found 100 pearls. And he was turned to stone. These are Grimm's fairy tales. All right. The second brother, he had his turn, and he found 200. And what happened to him, Sibby?
He was turned to stone.
All right. The third and youngest brother,
Whitley.
he sat and he cried because he thought, how can I possibly find all those pearls? And as he was crying, what happened?
The ant came with 5,000 ants came.
And with 5,000 ants, they brought all of the pearls and put them in one heap on the table. Well, the next trial, these are the artwork of Yossi, by the way. So he does have a big part in this play.
The key of the princess's chamber.
The next second trial was to find the key to the princess's chamber, which had been thrown into the bottom of the lake. You want to go look for the key, Cindy? You want to go look for the key? See if you can find it. Little Whitling, go see if you can find it. Now, he couldn't find it, but the ducks dove down. All the ducks that he had saved dove down and brought him back the key. The third and final trial
Was you had to be the youngest, luckiest, and silkiest princess.
you had to find the most lovely princess. And they all looked very much exactly the same, all 3 princesses. So how were they going to find the loveliest one? Well, they had all eaten something different the night before. One ate sugar, one ate syrup, and because of that, while the princess was lying there, coming to her aid was the queen bee, who had been saved. And this is Sibby's artwork representing the castle with the queen. And the queen bee came and landed on the lips of the fairest princess, because the queen bee knew where the honey was. And just at that moment, all 3 trials had been completed.
And the spell was broken.
The spell was broken. They were delivered from their enchantment. And the loveliest princess got to marry Whitling. And when her father passed, he became the king of the land and she became the queen. And it is happily ever after. Now, thank you for your patience. And if anyone would like to take a look, these are really a lot of the kinds of work we do. First, we write the story.